Hello and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a love reading for my wonderful Geminis. This is for Gemini and Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. It's a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate with every Gemini out there, but I do hope that you find it useful or at least enjoyable. And as always, take what does resonate and leave what doesn't for somebody else. And this is a timeless reading. It's for whenever you come across it. So, my lovely Geminis, I'm going to start by asking for 3 cards from this deck to get general energy for your love reading today, and then we'll go into a spread. So, for my wonderful Geminis, when it comes to love, romance, relationships, all that jazz, what do we need to know? Get 3 cards for Gemini, please, for their love reading today. For Gemini, 3 cards. 3 cards for Gemini, please. Okay, we have got the Moon, first card out. The 7 of Pentacles, which kind of came out sideways, bear that in mind. And 1 more, please, for Gemini. Okay, 5 of Cups, okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. Well, straight off the bat, Gemini, what I'm picking up here for the overall energy is there feels like there's it feels like there's confusion about what lies ahead, potentially in a commitment, and a question about whether there is potential in this situation for you. If this is something that someone has already been giving to, putting work and effort into, then they're questioning whether they should continue doing that, if this is something that's actually going to lead to long term, or if this is something that they should, kind of cut their losses at with this point. There is a sense of disappointment, or even like a pessimism around this situation at the moment, almost feeling like this is a loss. This situation is something that someone had a lot of hope attached to, thought that there was long-term potential, but is now really feeling quite negative about it and feeling like there's not as hopeful. It could feel like this is coming from almost like an intuition, but it's like a negative intuition, if that makes sense, of some part of somebody is telling them that this isn't going to work out long term. Now, whether that truly is the reality, or that if that comes from a place of kind of fear of the unknown, or maybe some sort of something that's holding somebody back, or making them feel quite pessimistic about the situation. We'll see hopefully more in the spread about what's really going on here, but someone seems to, it's like they don't know exactly the facts, or they can't see exactly into the future, of course, but part of them is just telling them that something's not going to work out. There could have also been maybe something that came to light that was previously hidden, maybe about someone's financial situation, maybe something to do with their family, that now is making someone feel maybe more negative, something that they didn't know before. But it could be something to do with this somebody else's something maybe to do with a house that they've owned or something, that I don't know, it's quite a specific message. That's not going to be for everyone, but something to do with someone's kind of, it feels like someone had long-term plans, and it may have been involved something with like a property, or maybe buying a home together in the future or something like that. And now it seems like those plans have aren't looking as hopeful anymore, is kind of what I'm getting from the overall energy. So I'm going to pop these to the side. Hopefully you can still just about see them in the corner of the screen. Okay, and then let's go into your spread, Gemini. So can I get the top 8 cards for Gemini, please, for the spread for Gemini and their person that's coming through in this reading? Now, Gemini, when I'm saying this is how you feel, this is how they feel, if it resonates the other way around for you, that's no problem. Just flip it. So I'm going to get the top 8 cards for the spread for Gemini. And let's see a bit more. Gemini, please. There we go. Oof. Yeah, someone's pretty stressed out for sure. Oof. Okay, this is very interesting spread we've got for you, Gemini. All right, at the bottom of this deck, we have the 6 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the 3 of Wands. Okay, wow. So this is very optimistic. This is the thing. Oh yeah, for sure. Someone is looking to the future. They are optimistic about what lies ahead. Someone sees this working in a situation here. They're making plans to have some sort of new beginning. Maybe they're making plans to move. For some people, maybe to move towards someone else that they're interested in love. They feel like the two people here are on the same page with each other, that they both want this, they both want to give to this equally. They're absolutely on board to give to it equally. They feel like there is potential here for things to grow, for things to blossom. Yeah. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 3 of Swords, the Hermit, and the King of Pentacles. Strong Virgo energy here, but this is far more pessimistic again. Okay. This could be a situation, Gemini, for some of you, as someone coming back from the past. And if that's the case, then one person here is far more optimistic. Potentially the person coming back from the past is far more optimistic than the person who's hearing from them, because there's this energy here of this King of Pentacles, which is Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, but regardless of that, it's just someone who's really focused on the long term. They don't want to have their own stability to be knocked, to be tampered with by somebody reaching out to them and offering them emotion. It is giving me the feeling that someone here has been hurt, and if they're now receiving some sort of communication from someone, then they feel like they need to really do a lot of thinking and soul searching about whether they even entertain this this person who's reaching out to them, because is this really long-term potential? It's someone who's trying to be far more pragmatic, far more practical. Maybe what I was feeling with the overall energy at the beginning here, it could have been that previously someone really thought that there was long-term potential, that then they were left extremely disappointed, and so now it's a question of, well, this is something that I've kind of given up on, or I'm no longer giving to, so do I go down that road again? So let's see, let me get the next layer for you guys. Let me clarify with the top 8 cards, please, for Gemini. The top 8 cards, please, for Gemini. All right. There's the 5 of Cups again, as was one of our original cards from the overall energy. And it's coming up in the position of how you're feeling about this person, Gemini. So it could be you that I'm resonating with from that overall energy. But let's see. Ooh. King of Pentacles is on the spread. We just saw him at the bottom of the first deck. And there's the Hermit. Wow, straight after the King of Pentacles. So really strong Virgo energy. Wow. Oh my goodness. The Ten of Pentacles again. And the Ten of Pentacles has come out on the spread underneath the Five of Cups. And then over here we have the Five of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles underneath it. So I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Five of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. I think that happened in Capricorn's reading for this collection as well. Okay. Interesting. Whoa! The Ten of Cups has come out on top of the Ten of Cups, Gemini. Exactly the same card on top of each other from two different decks in the same position. Wow. And what a card. If there's going to be a card you want on twice, that's a good one. At the bottom of this deck, Gemini, we have the High Priestess, Eight of Cups, and the Fool. Wow. See, look here how both the Eight of Cups and the Fool are people turning, in this deck, people turning their backs on the situation and heading away. And here, the way they've come out, they're literally heading in different directions to each other. So with this High Priestess, you remember near the beginning of this, I said what I was getting was it's like this negative intuition. And what I mean by that is that someone was saying their gut was telling them that something wasn't going to work out here. Their gut was giving them a very like, no, this isn't going to work, kind of negative, pessimistic, intuitive kind of feeling. And that is exactly what I get from this High Priestess as well. The way she's looking down at this deck. She feels like there's a book here in the kind of that's underneath the water, and that she's wading in she's ankle deep in this water. And to me, it's like she may have emotion for a situation, she may have feelings for somebody, but there are lessons that she's already learnt, it's difficult knowledge that she feels that she's obtained, and now she knows, and it's that knowledge is running through her feelings, so she can't separate how she feels from someone from the difficult realizations she's come to about them. They're now they're entwined. So there is this it's like someone is really pessimistic and feels like their gut is telling them to head away, to like turn their back on a certain situation and walk away, and with a heavy heart. But let's see, Page of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, exactly. And somebody else is reaching out, I think to you, Gemini, by the looks of it, but it could be the other way around. Let's say for now, it's someone reaching out to you, wanting to work on this, wanting to give to this. They feel far more like they want to see forward movement, that maybe they've been healing or resting from something else that happened in their life before, something that they walked away from, and now they want to come towards you and start to build with the Three of Pentacles there. But it's like, if that's the case, then you, Gemini, are far more in like, no, I learnt my lesson from when you walked away from me the first time, or whatever happened previously. And it's a real it's the disappointment and feeling like this is already a loss. So, now the idea of putting any more effort into this someone is really like, I don't think that's a good idea, kind of thing. At the bottom of the deck, Six of Wands, the Devil, Justice. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. So there is something coming back around here, Gemini, I would say strongly. Someone who absolutely is coming towards you with because they know that you're worth. They do know that you are someone of value to them. They may have been stuck themselves for some time, either in some sort of restrictive situation that they were waiting for there to finally be some sort of justice with, or they were stuck in their own toxic cycle, maybe repeating patterns and they really needed to find the balance within themselves, or balance within their own life. It seems like there was it might have been something to do with they got really codependent, or in relationships previously. Maybe that was what that they need that maybe that was what they needed to heal from when they walked away from you before, for some of you. But there was something very unhealthy basically that was going on. Maybe you even feel like this relationship with them previously, at whatever stage it was at, but it turned into something unhealthy, possibly codependent for some of you. And but yeah, it's definitely someone coming back around, coming back towards you. They may be saying that they've had this time to heal, that they've gone through a change, that they've been working on themselves and kind of dealing with their own inner demons. So let's see. I'm going to get one more layer for the spread, Gemini, and then I will go through it. And whilst I'm just shuffling this deck, if I could ask you just kindly hit the like button for me, that would be amazing. It just takes a second. It means the world to me. And you guys really are the best about liking the videos for me. So thank you. I really appreciate it. It just helps for the video to circulate and for more people to see them. So it means a lot. Thank you. And of course, do subscribe if you haven't already. And you can hit the notification bell if you'd like to know when I put up new videos. And yes, thank you so much for all the support. So can I get the next layer, please, for Gemini? One more layer with the top 8 cards. Okay. Wow. Okay, interesting. Got the same card has come out for how you feel about them as how they feel about you. So that's interesting. Okay. Ooh. Holy moly, Gemini. Okay, interesting. At the bottom of this deck, we have the Six of Pentacles again. We just had it at the bottom of the first deck. Six of Pentacles again. Let's see what else is here. Nine of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let's pop this one back. So, this may well have been an unbalanced situation previously, I feel, as I was kind of getting with that Devil at the bottom of the last deck and the Justice card. It may have turned into an unhealthy dynamic with this person. Potentially someone was giving far more in, putting a lot more effort and investing themselves a lot more in just giving basically more than the other person in the connection. I feel like it became one-sided. It does seem like there is this turn of events, twist of fate, where this person is coming back into your life, Gemini, or the other way around. They want to spend time with you again. They want to meet up, maybe go for a coffee, maybe go for a drink, spend time with you again, enjoy each other's company. They're hoping again. They feel like they're very happy when they spend time with you, but we've got the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords. It's just, this could have been on both sides, but I do feel like there is just so much. This is kind of what I'm getting of that pessimistic intuition, and that is summed up here with the Eight and Nine of Swords, because it's stressing maybe you out, because of this person coming back in. Is it going to be the same again? Is it going to be unbalanced? Are you going to get stuck by getting into some sort of connection with them, or revitalizing the connection with them? There could have been things in the past, I'm getting, that maybe made them feel like there wasn't any hope with you, or something was blocking any progress previously, blocking the happiness, for just stopping things from going successfully, let's just say, between the two of you before. And I feel maybe something has changed in somebody's life with that Wheel of Fortune. Maybe they've cut some sort of unhealthy habit out, or they've cut unhealthy people out of their life, which allows them to now experience more happiness and brings more optimism for the connection with you guys. But I feel like there is a lack of trust that's actually really has played out, that things have changed. And yeah, let's see. Someone could have been quite, what am I getting here? Like that if one person had tried to talk to the other person previously and say, hey, I don't really feel like you're putting in as much effort here, or I feel neglected in this situation, or I feel like I'm doing like more of the work on this relationship, or that kind of thing, then it was like the other person may have reacted really badly, like they may have been very defensive or got angry very quickly, or just been, it's almost like communication was very difficult, because it was almost like they couldn't take any criticism, or they couldn't see things from the other person's perspective, is kind of what I'm getting. So there's a concern about whether that's changed or if it's going to be the same again. At the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Wands, King of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, and Judgment, yeah, and the Ace of Pentacles. This is really sorry for anyone who just wants to hear about new things, but Gemini, who this is resonating for, is someone where it's somebody coming back. I think we are just at the beginning, although this is a timeless reading. When I'm recording it, I think we're just at the very start of Mercury retrograde. The shadow period is just starting today when I record this. But this is a timeless reading, so it doesn't have to be to do with Mercury retrograde, but this is the energy of someone returning. I feel like whoever is hearing from this person previously had to put their feelings aside and kind of almost have a tough exterior, put a wall up, and be very blunt with this person. And that could even be their approach when they hear from them again, like really taking their emotions and feeling out of the equation, because something got too much. It became it wasn't a enjoyable experience. It turned into something which was just exhausting, I'm getting previously. So someone had to act with their head over their heart. Now this person who's coming back feels that it's almost like they couldn't actually ever forget about you, Gemini, let's just say it's that way around, and they feel drawn back towards you. They feel that just guided to send you a message. Like it's like someone who maybe you haven't heard from a while, or they haven't reached out to you for a while, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, I'm gonna message Gemini today. Like it's that kind of, they're sparked with inspiration to reach out, and they may not realize it's because of the strength of some sort of connection between the two of you that draws them back towards you. But you're facing it with this King of Swords energy, which is your energy, Gemini, just in a very cold and really viewing this person quite harshly. I would say when they come back towards you, they're coming towards you with this kind of not meek, but like innocent, sweet kind of approach, and you're really you've got your sword drawn and you've got your armor on in comparison. So let's go through the spread, Gemini. How you're feeling about them. We have the Chariot, the Five of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So all kind of water energy, and we've got Cancer with that Chariot card. You may feel like this has gone from 0 to all of a sudden something's happened. Like maybe you might feel like nothing has been going on with this person or this situation for quite some time, and then all of a sudden there's forward movement. You may also feel like part of you may want to really rush towards this. Like there's almost like a feeling of excitement and wanting to go for it when you hear from them. But then it's almost like you're slowing, pulling those horses of the chariot back, like, whoa, kind of thing, because you're remembering the things that went wrong and focusing more on that, potentially kind of questioning yourself about whether it's worth, and as I said at the very start, whether it's worth entertaining this person reaching out to you, or if you're going to be left disappointed again. It's focusing on what went wrong and the emotion that you already kind of spent, the energy that you gave to this already, and it kind of left you feeling maybe drained and disappointed. And you might feel that you can't trust this person approaching you, reaching out. If they're saying that they do care about you or they miss you, you may feel like it's just not enough. It's kind of like, it's all very, it's like you're kind of, part of you's like over it at this point, but at the same time, you're not. And I'm not saying that critically, but it's like you're over it to the point that you're no longer, crying about them day to day, or, not internally or externally. But when to think about reconnecting with them, your mind goes straight to all the stuff that went wrong, and which is understandable. And yeah, you just feel like maybe they're saying the things that you want to hear, coming back towards you, offering an apology. Like, it's like you feel like, I mean, obviously, this could be the other way around. And if it is, then this could also be read as that you are sorry about what happened and you feel like you owe this person an apology and you want to go towards them. But just instinctively, I would say that it's the first example I was giving. Let's see how the rest of the spread goes. So, because also I can see some of the other positions. So this is why I feel like it's you who's been left disappointed by this person previously, Gemini. How they're feeling about you. We have the Devil, the Nine of Wands, and the Chariot. So it's interesting because the Devil would suggest that there's something that's weighing very heavily on the connection between the two of you. They may still feel like there are toxic external influences playing their part, causing issues that are still hanging over you. I mean, it's interesting that they feel like this because of some of the other things I can see, like what they want to happen with you, and we'll get to that position in a minute. But that is quite contradictory to feeling the devil about you. So I have to wonder if this is some sort of external situation that they feel has been stopping any progress between the two of you. That could be on their side, that they're aware of there's something that they've put a wall up with that Nine of Wands to keep you out because of some toxic situation that was in their life. But if that's the case, then this person has made some sort of plan for the future. And again, with this Chariot energy, that's how that you're both feeling the Chariot about each other. Their Chariot card is depicting a chessboard, so they feel like there is still some sort of elephant in the room, if you like, with this Devil energy, something toxic about that's halting progress, that still isn't over, because this is the Nine of Wands. It's not a Ten of Wands, not Ten of Swords. It's still present, this Devil. But they feel like they've got a plan to be able to move forward and maybe escape the devil influence, whatever that is. So that's interesting. I do want to ask, sorry, before we move on, let me just clarify, what is the devil? Why do they feel the devil about Gemini? Can you tell me about this devil, please? The Lovers. Interesting. See, the devil with the Lovers, I mean, it almost is like, it's a can't escape each other kind of energy. It could also talk about some sort of karmic connection. Maybe they're still tied up with elsewhere. What is this? Tell me about the devil and the Lovers, please. Death. Wow. The Moon. Oh my goodness, look at all this major arcana. The Lovers, Death, and Moon. The Moon, sorry. With Justice at the bottom of the deck. To clarify the devil, there may be some sort of... There may be something else that was hidden, that wasn't known, that needs to come to an end with that combination, for the two of you to be able to move forward. What is that? What is the devil? Or it could just be that, you know, again, it may have been that the dynamic between the two of you became an unhealthy one, and although they're very drawn back towards you, maybe they feel like the two of you are going to end up back in the same unhealthy dynamic. So the Lovers is that energy that you're extremely connected to each other, and as I said earlier, they might not completely understand why, but it's a fear of if things will be different this time. But it's just unusual, because even if they're feeling like that, they're very sure that they don't want to give up on this, and they're set on reaching out to you and maybe just making a plan. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, more major arcana. But oh my god, the Empress with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. They really want things to go in their favor. I just can't. Oh, Seven of Swords with the World at the bottom. Oh, what's going on? What's the Devil though? That was my initial question. You can't do that to me, guys. The Devil came out to clarify the Devil when I said, what's the Devil? Okay, thanks, with the star at the bottom of the deck. What's the Devil? Okay, that's the last attempt I'm going to get. Three of Pentacles has come out with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So, okay, this person maybe feels like they have clarity now on that they want a new beginning with you, which does make sense, but what else I can see on the spread. The Devil may have been something that was just stopping them from letting you in. It could have been things that they weren't completely honest about. It could have been their own self-deception. But it was something that was weighing, I think, more heavily on them. That was, it could have been the fear of going forward with you. It could have been issues, maybe some of them with, if they had a difficult childhood, especially with a mother figure, that could have caused them to put up a wall to you. Maybe an issue with affection, maybe an issue with receiving love. I can't say any, like, specifically what the Devil was. I suppose it is going to be different for everyone, but there's it just seems to be more of, like, with all those major arcana, it's more something maybe within them more than anything external, as I potentially thought. The third energy, that was the Devil here, could have just been their own toxic habits that they needed to heal, and they felt like they've kept you out. I don't know, I think it's still there though, because as I said, it's not a 10, it's still present. So it's still present, but they do want to move things forward strategically with you. Okay, let's move on. How they are seeing you, Gemini, the Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So lots of earth energy again, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. But essentially how they're seeing you is that they want to move things forward steadily, that they see you as long-term commitment, someone that they want to be in a long-term relationship with. They see that potential with you. They see you as someone reliable, loyal, dependable, maybe with a good career. You've got your stuff together, you've got your life together, your ducks in a row. You're someone that they could have a family with, that they could have a home with, you know, that someone, the King of Pentacles is an absolute catch. So they're seeing you as an amazing person to be with, and just an all-round great prospect. And they see that like you are someone, when you say you're going to do something, you do it, you follow through with that Knight of Pentacles energy. And, you know, sometimes you might not be the quickest moving person, Gemini, in terms of actually taking action, but if you say you're going to do something, you do it, you do follow through. And they see that basically you follow your heart as well, I would say, with this Knight of Cups card, that you are both practical and dependable, but also you're really drawn by, you kind of like wear your heart on your sleeve, and also you listen to your heart. That could be something that they're hoping to kind of not benefit from, that's too harsh, but kind of they might feel that there is still a possibility for the two of you, because they know that you are going to listen to your emotions, whereas you might be really trying hard now to go into more of that King of Swords energy I was talking about because of your previous experiences. But yeah, they're seeing you as, also they're seeing you as the Knight of Cups. They're seeing that you are their wish, they've set their eyes on you as the prize for sure that they want to move towards. Now, what is their current situation? Gemini, your person's current situation is the Nine of Swords, the Hermit, and the Eight of Cups. It is a very stressed out and very isolated situation. This person, I mean, the Hermit and the Eight of Cups alone is just someone who has withdrawn from everyone, withdrawn from their friends, their family. They feel very alone. They feel isolated. There is, I mean, this Eight of Cups card is someone who has isolated themselves, and so it's not like I'm not getting a sense of that they wish they had loads of people around them, but they have purposefully cut themselves off from the world. They're being a complete loner basically at this time. They are extremely stressed out, anxious. They're going through a lot of mental turmoil. Their life is like they feel like their life is all over the place. So they've cut themselves off from their friends, family, or they're not going out and socializing at this time. They are just closing themselves off, absolute hermit mode to the extreme here, but also not at peace. Like they're probably doing overthinking, maybe processing a lot of stuff, but yeah, very much alone and stressed out, up in their head all the time, not at peace, I would say, within this time of isolation. Now, what is this person wishing would happen between you and them in this connection, Gemini? We have the Four of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. This is one of the most beautiful combinations I've seen. Well, it is the most beautiful combination in the videos that I've made so far for this collection. But in a while, I mean, there's someone wanting this with you. It's essentially marriage, marriage, and a new beginning in love. Cause for celebration, all three cards. Happiness, long term. We've got the Ten of Pentacles again. It was the bottom of the deck, your overall energy. So yeah, that's what they want to happen with you. That's what they're wishing would happen, is that the two of you would be together, maybe living together, getting married in the future, having a family together. Your two families coming together and celebrating the two of you coming together. That there would just be a lot of joy. I just see a fresh start here as well. Maybe if there's been anything in the past, they want to leave that in the past. The Four of Wands is a destined connection as well. So I think that's how they're feeling about the two of you. Then maybe even subconsciously they're feeling that it is a kind of a destiny for you two to come together. And that, yeah, they want you to give your cup of love, for them to give theirs, for you to for the two of you to pour into one union and be together, essentially. It's absolutely beautiful combination. Now, what is the block or the challenge to this connection, Gemini? We've got the King of Wands, Temperance, and the Six of Cups. So the Temperance and the King of Wands can be Sagittarius energy here, so that could be a placement for someone involved. But it just seems like the challenge is healing. And it's interesting because I said that it felt like the devil, was still present and had not actually been, exercised from them. And the challenge here is that someone still needs more healing with that Temperance card. They might have, and interestingly, with the Six of Cups, this could go back to something from childhood. It could be some sort of inner child wounding that they need to really heal thoroughly. But it seems to be things from the past. This King of Wands energy, it could also be that maybe you feel like this person acts very selfishly, like they are very maybe self-involved. And it could be also the challenge here for the two of you is to recover and actually move on from what's happened in the past and someone's behavior. But it just seems more about the past needs Maybe someone needs to really look after themselves, maybe understand where some sort of the cause of why they might act out in an unhealthy way. They might need to really get to the root cause of that and work on themselves and work on healing that. That's essentially what is coming through for the challenge here. It does make sense because, as I said, I don't think that devil is actually gone yet. It's just that they're trying to find a way to kind of sidestep him, if you like, but he's still there. Now, the action that this person's most likely going to take towards you next, Gemini, is interesting because we've got the Tower, the Hierophant, and the Four of Pentacles. It's like this person is all of a sudden breaking free of something which is a really big part of their life, and they are tied into, I would say, with some sort of level of expectation, responsibility, tradition, and something might happen which completely, it's like a final straw or some sort of explosive interaction that makes them break out of that environment which seems quite restrictive, or like there's a lot of expectation being placed on them wherever they are, or whatever that is in their life. It could just be a belief pattern of belief, or a religious aspect. There's something about how they've been living their life and the path that they've been on, and the path it's like an indoctrination kind of energy I'm getting here, of maybe the way they thought about things or the way they were brought up to think about things, etc. Something like that. And they are all of a sudden breaking out of that pattern, explosively, I would say, and getting out of there and kind of heading towards you with they have heading towards you with not their whole life sorted. This could also, it's like someone breaking out of an education as well of some sort. This could be somebody who, this is very specific, not going to apply for everyone, but say if they were in further education of some sort, or if they were in some sort of studying for something that they're working towards, like a diploma or a PhD or something. I mean, it doesn't have to apply to just young university students. It could be someone older who's been in some sort of education. That's completely falling apart, like, or the rug is being pulled out from under their feet, and they're heading towards you, but kind of in a very unstable way, just with the bare minimum of their life kind of together, like then and kind of they're just getting out of some sort of situation and heading towards you, almost heading towards you for sanctuary. Now, it could be that this could be the devil that's still present in their life, that they've put a wall up to keep you out of, and they are trying to strategically get away from it with this Chariot that I was mentioning, but it might all suddenly come to a head, and their long plan might all of a sudden, it's like, right, there's no time for that long plan, it's happening right now, and they're getting out of there and coming towards you. So what's going to be happening between you and this person going forward, Gemini? Here I would say the next 30 days, next month from when you come across this reading, but there's no time in tarot, so whenever it plays out for you. What's happening going forward, we have the 10 of Cups twice on top of each other and the 3 of Wands. So it seems like what's going to be happening is something that's going to be making both of you, because it's here twice as well, extremely happy. This is like the two of you coming together, spending time together. There's this energy of blissful happiness, contentment, peace, joy, of being in each other's company, of being very happy in each other's company, and making plans for the future together. Maybe both of you have your own elements of things that you're going to have to make plans around to make it work, but I see that it's like the two of you coming together, talking out about what each of you needs in your life for the future, and then you both sitting down and making a plan of a way to actually make it work. So it may well be that the kind of initial pessimism that you have about this, and that like no faith that there's potential with this future of this person anymore, I would say for going forward, for the time being, that's fading away, and there's just, it's kind of being washed away by happiness, you know, because we can get really down in the dumps about stuff until we're kind of faced with exactly how wonderful something can be, which can then just like lift us out of that pessimism and make us have, I'm just seeing like things are changing, which is causing you to have a far more optimistic, positive outlook about this connection, certainly going forward for the time being, Gemini. Is there anything else you can tell me about this Ten of Cups being here twice for what's happening going forward? Anything else for Gemini, please? So the Three of Swords has come out, but kind of sideways over here. And then we've got the Hanged Man. So it's like something that you were considering, that this is just someone who's hurt you. This is a loss, you know, go put this down as a loss in terms of a love connection. It's like that is wavering. We've got the Chariot at the bottom of the deck and the Death card in reverse. It's bearing in mind you both feel the Chariot about each other. So there's a strong energy of like looking at things from, I did say, a pessimistic outlook turning to one more, just having a more positive outlook. And we've got the Hanged Man. I think you're going to be seeing things very differently and seeing the future with this person very differently, that it's no longer over and, you know, just a loss that you have to turn your back on. Let's see, that's what I'm getting. Anything else? The Star, wow. And the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. But I'm just getting this as this Five of Cups that was right at the beginning, and is how you're feeling as well. I mean, the fact that the Star has come out here is that this is being healed. I think a lot of the disappointment and the spilt milk about this connection, if you like, could even turn into like water under the bridge, and might, yeah, let's see, anything else? I mean, the Hanged Man and the Star is really seeing things far more optimistically. Having hope again. Anything else? King of Wands, okay. It's like someone getting their mojo back and having confidence. Yeah, the Emperor. Having anything else? Queen of Swords, that's your energy as well. So there is a bit of a, okay, there is a bit, Eight of Cups sideways is here as well. So what I was going to say is that there's a little bit of you maybe having a little bit more like setting boundaries, or saying a bit like being more clear about what you need from them. You need them to actually step up into the divine masculine energy of the Emperor, and like upgrade from the King of Wands to the Emperor, if you like. There's a little bit of you saying like, look, I really need things to be more like this time around, before if I'm going to take a risk, if I'm going to turn around from something I thought I'd walked away from and was in my past, if I'm going to take a risk on a new beginning with you, yeah, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups underneath that Fool, then you're going to really need to show me that you can be my Emperor, and show me that there is long-term potential here. But I think it's essentially, I called it, that what's going to be happening is going forward is that your whole outlook on the situation is going to become a lot more positive, and especially you're going to be viewing the future with this potential future with this person very differently. So that's what I've got for you this time, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful for somebody out there. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all your support. Please do hit the like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe as well. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Comment, let me know if it resonated or if you enjoyed it. Thank you again. I wish you all my best. I'll speak soon. Bye.